Morning, guys. Johnny here, 80%. Listen, just want to get out this word real quick, all right? Listen, right now there's a new batch, okay? Like, God is raising up a new batch, okay? So some of you guys, I don't know if you saw my video last night. It was me saying like, yo, your old associates might be hitting the clubs tonight. Tonight's not the night to go out, right? Why? Because there's somebody that you're trying to become. Okay, there's a family archetype that you're gonna be the pioneer for your bloodline, right? There's a new version of you that like literally God's trying to wake up, breed, right, and turn you into a king so that you can start walking out this kingdom living, right? Today's Saturday, guys, and whenever God's trying to do something special, that's the weekend where that one person you've been waiting on the text from to hit you up, that's the weekend they finally hit you up. Strange, right? Whenever you start getting that motivation again to get back in your word, to basically, I wouldn't say isolate yourself, but separate yourself from people who you know don't have much of a future. You just want to keep drinking, partying, sleeping around, smoking the blunt, blase, blase, all that garbage stuff, right? You're going to start realizing when that stirring and that channeling on the inside starts happening. I call it like the hum, that quiet hum, right? On the inside, calling you to transform, calling you to change, calling you to go higher, right? To enter the mindset of the overflow, right? You're going to realize that's when that X wants to hit you up. You're going to realize that's when all these people who never showed interest in you before, they want to hang out with you. And what I'm trying to tell you is, you have to get away from the noise, right? You got to get away from the noise and spend time with yourself. You got to quiet everything out and start asking yourself those tough questions. Why is it I can't be single alone? Why is it I'm always waiting for somebody? Why is it that I have these massive dreams and I'm still like in the same in these transactional jobs that I don't even believe in that sector of the marketplace, right? Why is it I have a hard time sitting down to read 10 pages? Right? Why is it that I'm seeing like the negative side of my parents operate in me? Why can't I hold a steady relationship? Because guys, like those things are gonna keep bothering you. Why? It's like your spiritual intelligence, right? That consciousness that you had before birth, right? Telling you like, yo, those versions of you, those masks, they're not the real you. And the real you is on the inside. And that spirit man inside of you, he is constantly trying to validate the real you. Every time you, like, think about all the times you sat down and actually read a few pages. How much peace you felt. Think about all the times you said, you know what, I'm going to stay off my phone, right? And I'm going to just journal. Remember that peace, that quiet confidence that comes from just writing down what's actually going on in your life? That's your spirit man or spirit woman, but spirit man validating who you actually are. And what the enemy does, he's going to try to bring on all these distractions. And when the distractions don't work, he's going to bombard your mind with all these negative thoughts, these self-defeating thoughts, trying to tell you you're not who you actually say that, who you actually think you are. Deep down, you know there's a genius to you. Deep down, you know there's this like creative intelligence in you. Deep down, you know there's a godlike factor in you. Right? So like, I feel like God is like, yo, not yo. Okay? Well, he can call me yo. I can't call him yo. But I feel like God has been screaming at my spirit, right? Because I just seen him do this in my own life, right? There's a new batch. And these new batch of people that's willing to kind of stay home Friday nights, stay home Saturday nights, not entertain the little boys and the little girls. He's saying, I'm ready to wake up your other self. I'm ready to wake up that invisible man, that sleeping giant. I'm ready to wake that up in you and give you all these dreams that you've always wanted. All these dreams that he himself put in you, those seeds of greatness. I'm not being cliche. Like, he is doing this. The reason why I know he's doing this, he's been doing it in my life since October, guys. Every day is a new miracle. Every day is a higher and greater clarity of who I really am, a king. So I'm trying to tell you guys, if he's doing it in my life, that means he's doing it in the lives of multiple people. And if you're feeling that pull to get off social media, right? Unless maybe you have a business, if you're feeling that pull to leave that relationship behind that you know is toxic, that you know is way too promiscuous for someone who's not married, to get off those nasty sites, to stop drinking, if you feel that pull, guys, if you're feeling that pull that's telling you, yo, I think I'm turning into my mom and dad, and they weren't good examples. Nothing against them. Maybe they didn't have good examples themselves. Perhaps God's trying to call you into a place of isolation, where it's just you and him, right? So that way you can be the one to be courageous and break this cycle of poverty, broken homes, lashing out, anger, depression. Maybe you're the one that's supposed to break that off your family. I took on that mantle. You can call me arrogant if you want to, but guess what? My wife, whenever she comes into my life, she is not going to be with a man who lashes out, spazzes out, who can't lead her, who can't love her, who's not. No, she's not going to have to worry about that. My kids are going to be one of the few kids in this world where in the Bible it says, man, if you, I'm paraphrasing, but in the Bible it says, like, if you have like amazing parents, thank God. Like, I'm reading this book called The Tycoons right now, and it's talking about J.P. Morgan, the banker, right? I think it was J.P. Morgan. It's one of the four. And basically, it was talking about how, like, no, it was the guy from J.C. Penney, the guy who made J.C. Penney, right? And which is an Ethics 101. That's a different book I'm reading, right? But the guy from J.C. Penney, right? He built his business off the golden rule: treat others the way you would want to be treated, because that's what his parents taught him. He didn't have to really go through all these parental traumas, right? And guess what? He built a massive business, died at 95 years old, had great partners, made a lot of money, had a great family. Why? Because he had good parents. My kids are going to have good parents. My wife's going to have a good husband. Why? Because I took the time, I got away from everybody else, just me and God, and he started showing me what my name is, who I really am. And I started saying, I'm not going back to the blunt. I'm not going back to washing that filthy things. They could do whatever they want to me. My hair could look crazy whenever it wants to, but it don't matter. Like, I'm going to be the one that breaks these generational things off my family. And I feel like most of them are already broken. Now I'm just walking in my inheritance as everything else catches up. So I'm challenging y'all. Tonight, they're going to call you. Tonight, they're going to text you. Tonight, they're going to want you to go party with them. Leave the dead. Let the dead bury the dead. You're a king. And you need to find that and start walking in it, all right? Johnny, 80%. We out.